What is up, guys? It's the Nightwing at Way of Life Esports coming at you guys with another League of Legends video here today. This is going to be the LCS 2021 Summer Split Week 7 recap, and joining me here today for the recap of the LCS 2021 Summer Split Week 7 is Warren. He's having all kinds of trouble. Like, a girl is like literally eating his ass out right now while we're doing a video. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Oh my god. So usually, guys, when we talk about the LEC, the LPL, or the LCK, right, Warren's pretty happy. But when it comes to LCS, it's like, I love TSM, but all these other teams are trash.
I think I'm watching Academy, but pros.
Did you watch the Academy game today where it was IMT versus FlyQuest? And then...
Who?
Okay, I need
That's
to
your
show
answer.
you. I need to show you this bronze level team fight. So, like, they're doing this team fight. They're actually thinking that they're winning it. And then the middle of the team fight, Keith and the mid laner, Pretty, run away from Viper. And it's like 3-on-1. But Viper was dealing so much damage. Like, if they had actually stayed, they would have won the team fight. Only to just go back down to Dragon, not push any towers, nothing. I'm like, I just saw the worst team fight I've ever seen in my life. God.
Yeah.
Like, even LCS Academy looks bad. Like, normally through Academy, I could be like, okay, that player's kind of good. Like, that player's kind of good. Maybe I could see some stage time with this guy. Oh my god, guys. I don't know what's going on with the LCS right now.
You need to find kids out of the McDonald's playpen to play for the LCS.
Maybe you need to find some extras that they usually use for, like, you know, movie theaters and shit. I don't even fucking know. So, wait, what the heck? They canceled my order on DoorDash. What the freak? Man, I was just trying to get some food. But whatever, I'll just order food after this video. So, what ended up happening is, guys, there's a lot to talk about, but I'll kind of condense everything down. So, if you guys want to talk about CLG, don't worry, have no fear. I will show you the CLG game, and I will show you how utterly pathetic CLG actually is. So, you had that thing with Pole Belter, him saying he's, like, you know, breaking down and shit. Like, I feel bad, but it's like he's literally opting into these bad teams, too. You know, you gotta kind of factor in, too. Like, if you don't play for a bad team, you just don't want to play, you know? But if you want to have your LCS spot, you'll probably end up having to play for a bad team. Like, I think Pole Belter is, like, a alright player. He's good at what he does. He's just not as good as those other players like Purge, Power of Evil, Abadage. There's a reason why he normally always was upgraded on the roster that he was on. Like, he's a good, alright, serviceable mid laner. Is that a fair assessment of Pole Belter, other than your terminology of him?
Yeah, he's like a tool in the garage. You use it, and then you buy a new one from Home Depot.
What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you, Warren? Do you see people as, like, fucking sponges like you sell at Walmart or some shit?
One, he makes enough more money than me, so and two, he's boo-hooing when he has all these resources. I don't want to hear it.
Guys, I swear, if you tell Warren your wife cheated on you, and you say, hey, man, what do I do, Warren? Warren's be like, just man up, stop being a bitch.
I'd be like, get a new wife. Kick her out.
Just get a new wife. That's just how it works, Warren? You just get a new wife?
Yeah, I'd be like, I'd boo-hoo a little bit, and then I'll change the locks, and I'll have a new girl hooker. Yeah, she'd be stuck outside.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys this CLG game in just a moment. I need to order food because randomly at the last minute, fucking DoorDash canceled my order and shit. I get paid tomorrow, so it's fine. It doesn't really matter. I'm starving right now. I haven't got a chance to go to the store yet because I get paid tomorrow, so I'll go to the store tomorrow. But I need food right now, or otherwise I'll start eating out my own asshole. Okay, so, all right, unless you're offering, Warren, you know. Okay, so Warren's definitely...
There's a trash can.
Why would I... Wait, what kind of crack are you smoking? Holy
that's a
shit.
buffet. You go in the trash can. You can.
How about no? How about no? Or I could just, like, eat out that 90-year-old grandma that's outside, you know? Maybe her, right? All right, so here's the game, guys. This was the depressing game everyone's talking about for this week of the LCS 2021 Summer Split, Week 7, which was this game where CLG is literally winning the whole map. They're getting kills. They're rotating around the map. Like, look at this kind of gameplay. If you took off the nameplates on this team right now, you wouldn't even know if it's CLG, right? Making proactive plays. Smoothie actually, like, doing something in the game while Turtle winning his lane.
Up
like,
by a good amount of kills and goals. Yeah.
Like, okay, Warren, so what do you feel about the drafts here? So you have Gwen, Viego, Syndra,
Um,
Varus, Leona, against CLG's comp, which
I like
is,
I like. Can you hear me?
yeah, yeah, you're good, yeah.
I like CLG's draft a lot actually because they have a global. They have two globals in GP and Galio. They
Okay.
have so for the side lane, they got tower shredding. They got a decent engage with Diana, and Kalista can get you through the early game. And they scale with three, and they got an early game stomp. So I like their comp. Their comp is actually easy to execute. It's not too bad. Like they can still team fight. They can side
Mm-hmm.
lane. It's actually a good.
Yeah. So like there were 6,000 gold ahead right here at this
Oh,
moment, right? So you're thinking to yourself like, okay, this is going to be a good game from them. Like this was pretty nice of, Wild Turtle to save a support, good supports. But the issue here with this game is if you're this far ahead in the game, you have a Baron, you have like a 6,000 gold lead, like what's going on? Like why is this team not able to close out the game? Also, if you like simply pause the game, like right here, look at the map state too, everyone. Like CLG is apparently quote unquote winning this game, yet all of IMT's waves are like in better positions. You know what I mean? All their
yeah.
waves are in better positions. They have more wards around the map. Such a weird game,
Honestly, they should
man.
have gave this. They should have gave this Drake up because they didn't have GP ult. They didn't have Callista ult. All they had was Galio, and all they had was Galio.
They had no ults
So
actually. They had nothing
yeah,
right here.
and
They have
GP is a nice zoning. I just give this Drake up. You're not gonna. I don't know with teams and like I'm not sure if it's from like old seasons where they thought if you got to 35 minutes it's late game. Just because you end the game at 30 minutes doesn't mean that you played it slow. You just played it smart. Like I think that teams are like brute forcing and not.
you think it's like when how people talk in like shows with like people who claim to be analysts and shit. Yeah, like how they always talk about teams not closing out properly or not closing out cleanly. Like I always like to think that never affects teams, but it's like the analyst that like the managing team that watches for teams like this. I don't know. Like a lot of teams always seem to play in a certain way that other people think they should play without actually playing the way they personally think.
Yeah, I know. I
So what do you
mean,
think? Give me 1 second. Just texting. Just keep going.
no, that's fine. So like like this should have never happened. Like all they have to do is play to the side lane. Like GP is gonna outscale. Who's gonna fight GP? Viego? He's
Good
gonna
luck.
get killed.
Good luck with that Gwen. Yeah.
Gwen maybe, but even then, like
Well, you
you
have
have
three
a global.
squishies, right? You have Syndra, Varus. Like they can't challenge GP in a side lane. Like if their goal was to put GP in a side lane along with Tristana and do like some form of like 3-1. I think that's fine. Like 1-3-1. I think that's fine. But the issue here is like they never positioned Finn to do anything of 1-3-1ing. Neither Demonte, he wasn't really split pushing that much. Like, despite their CS differentials to, like, the enemy opposition, it's not like they were ever really in side lanes doing anything because IMT's waves were always in better positions than CLG. Like, I get it when people said, like, CLG kind of threw, but IMT did some things correct. It's not like when CLG got an objective, they were like moving around the map doing anything. They just kind of just sat out and just bled to death. Like when they were clearly ahead, like even when they win this game, there's still a little bit of gold down. It's not like this game was just a complete wash from a certain point of view. Like now, toward the very, very end of this game, obviously, it's over when, fucking CLG just grieves their whole life away, and shit. Like, the fact that these guys are getting paid for this is absolutely insane. You saw how Raze was like, oh my god, we're actually fucking losing to CLG. Holy shit.
Maybe they need to go buy some rope from Home Depot.
Okay, moving on to the next game. Holy shit. Warren, do you have something you got to tell us about what you do at night? Oh my
No, I
god.
mean they can pretend to be a superhero and jump off with the rope.
I mean, I prefer to jump up a bridge, but that's just me, Like, and, to each his own, right? All right, you have the other match of the week. You had TSM versus Team Liquid. Then you had the Speaker trash talk that really, really, like, got people thinking, like, man, is this Speaker? Like, he doesn't trash talk like this. I mean, guys, it's TSM. They're always trash talking. So let's go over the compositions. You had... sorry about that. You had Team Liquid drafting Gangplank, Trundle, TF, Varus, Tom Kench, TSM drafting Jace, Diana, Azir, Aphelios, and Leona. Good job, Armal. Just dying, right? Good job, dying.
Running it down, running it.
Just completely running it, dude. I don't even know what's going on with Team Liquid. In some games, like some games they look pretty solid on, and some games they're just like fucking it, running it. I don't even know what they're doing in their fucking minds and shit. Like Jensen's going like, you know when I was on Cloud9 and I used to carry games actually finishing at top placing that worlds, and then like your light flashes in front of you and you realize you're on Team Liquid and that's actually not happened at all since like 2019. Shit.
Right.
Holy god. But like, what do you think about Huni? Do you think he played well on Jace in this game?
I mean, for someone being down, he played like Hooney's Jace has always like Hooney's Gnar and his Jace, his Rumble. He's like always, even in LCK, he played them good. It's
Mm-hmm.
always been good. Like, there's the end of a Jace meme, but like, if I had to put anyone on Jace, it would definitely be Hooney over. Probably it'll be Hooney,
Mm-hmm.
Alfari neck and neck, and then I don't know after that because you don't ever really see Impact play at Jace, but I think he played fine. I mean,
But Impact can carry, man. What are you talking about?
so yeah, TSM had like also a lot of scaling. They had Aphelios. Like if this game got to 30 minutes, who my problem with their comp is
Mm-hmm.
like Trundle is supposed to. It's not like they had an Ornn or they had like Scion or or even Tom Kench because Tom Kench can be a tank. It's like they have a Jace. What stats is he stealing? What like I just don't.
Yeah,
Leona?
I just personally feel like the Trundle is so misdrafted here. Like, what stats are you stealing? Nothing. He's essentially a useless champion. Also doesn't help when your jungler walks in to a bush and then just dies. That also probably doesn't help either. I feel like Jensen had a lackluster performance on Twisted Fate. I felt like he was performing better and better, but this game was like, okay, what the fuck is going on? Like, I
He was
get
doing
it.
his best Bjergsen impression.
God. Like, you have TF, I get it. Like, you can gold card Azir, Aphelios, Leona, or Jace, and you pretty much can burst them down. But, I feel like Armal was just completely useless. Like, was Speaker right? Was Grig just basically a walking ward? You know? Was he?
I
You never
mean,
know.
he probably was. I mean, when you play Sejuani,
Oh my god. So you think that he should just play Sejuani when she's not even meta to do well at all?
I think he should go to Steve and be like, can you let me go? Because he's just collecting the check too. He looks like a hobo. Like
Oh
come on,
my
man.
oh my god. Warren, Jesus
No, I'm
Christ.
kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh
Chat.
my god.
I just didn't like the draft. Like, I would even have preferred like maybe heck put our Mao on like Rumble, like something that can like start and
Mhm.
engage or something, even though it's not in the meta or like or I don't know if Nocturne was up, like something that just can like get you in. Like there was no threat, and they just had free
Mhm.
scaling. That was my problem, but maybe scale is going through issues.
Well, yeah, because like
So
TSM has also had their issues too. Like like you and me watch TSM Legends. Like they talked about a lot of different things they potentially have. Like I feel like they're a better stage team than a scrim team because like they're always like looking sour after some scrims. But that's just how it like playing the games on the stage matter though. It doesn't really matter if people beat TSM in scrims. Does that really matter though? That doesn't count for anything.
not really.
And then
You're
you
right.
also had the other match of the week, which was Team Liquid versus 100 Thieves. Someday looked really interestingly out of place in this game with an Orin, but this is the first Orin I've seen in a while. And like, even though he had most of the team's deaths, I mean, it made perfect sense. They wanted to tackle Someday. Now, I normally wouldn't say this ever, but Someday has been like the weakest part of 100 Thieves, like all split. So it makes sense they want to tackle him. He's going to be on a tank. He's not going to do that much damage anyway. But they're thinking to themselves like, okay, Alfari should be able to just like destroy 100, someday. But then Core JJ and
Actually,
Tactical lose the 2v2.
Orin beats Renekton in lane. By the way,
Really? I actually didn't know that. Actually, I
yeah,
thought he
it's
wins
a, it's
early
a
on, like what
very
pre
high.
20 minutes.
Yeah, like I've seen the Shy play this. I've seen other like people play it. Like if you're a good Orin player, you will literally make Renekton a minion.
Oh my god.
Like like it's like the Renekton really cannot play against Orin because like it's just you're just gonna one you can build Bramble Tabby. That's already easy, and then two you're gonna outscale. So and you can actually kill in lane. So it was a good pick. I mean, there's a lot of counter picks, but you're right. I can agree with you. I think someday you would think that since remember Reaper was known for being a top laner, and I think Reaper was a proponent to Licorice success because
Mhm.
when your coach is a top laner, he might see the game through top lane. But you're right. He like someday I think when they had Demonte or when they had someone lower, someday look shiny. Now that they have like an actual
Really good
mid
mid
and bot,
laner. Yeah.
it's like you would think someday was is supposed to be basically the wonder of NA, but he's more like the White Knight
You
of
probably
NA.
think he's the Gen X of NA now. Holy
I
shit.
like Janak. Shut up.
So you have the part where Core JJ and Tactical were losing the 2v2. Like the Lovers bot lane is fine, but the Lovers bot lane loses to Varus and Thresh early on. Like Varus just outscales Zaya that early on enough. You also have this team fight too where they burst down someday, and then look at what Armao does. Flashes, goes in, he gets exhausted. Obviously, Abadage just basically just kills him instantly.
And
Like
that's most of their damage. That's most of their magic damage too.
he just like shows he was like, you know what? I see it in my eyes. My
But
mind's
then look
telling me
at
no.
but wait, can you find if Varus has collector?
Let me see. I'm pretty sure they have the items after the point in the game. Do you see collector on there? When it loads up actually.
No, no collector.
Cause like the part like I don't even understand this. Like if you're having a team fight like this, right? And somebody goes in, he dies. I don't know. You pretty much take that trade, and you could just consistently reset. Like our Mao going in like that just completely
I,
screws them.
I think right here, just back away. Just back away. Like you got them low. Just back away.
They're all
That's
low. They
it.
lost summoner spells. They lost everything. You actually
Like
TL
they
won
have
this
the
fight.
range. They have the range. They have lead kick. They have hook. They have LeBlanc. Like they have a little. They have it. Just back away. If they back away, they're okay.
They blew
But
all their summoner spells. They actually were winning on the map in terms of just the map play because the minions were pushing all in their favor. They're just like, you know what? We just got to get more, guys. We just got to get some more. It's like, holy
they just
fuck,
wanted to
dude.
make it a banger.
They should have made it a banger of a loss for themselves. God.
But they
Uh,
made it a bummer. That's what they made it.
Abadage played pretty well this game, and Hunter Thieves ended up walking away with the victory. Now, the other really, really exciting game a lot of people were talking about was probably the most exciting game of the split, which was crazy if you like actually watched it live. Because I watched this game live and I was going like, okay, I think my life is just screwed. Because you had Cloud9 taking on Immortals. Now you probably think like, okay, Cloud9 should probably beat
Oh,
them, but
you have a
no.
good stream.
Oh, thank you, right? I was watching this live and I was going like, holy fuck. Thank you, YouTube, for all your ads. Thank you. Thank you. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you. Hurry up, ads. So this game was really interesting to me. So Cloud9 drafted Viego, Lee Sin, Akali, Kalista, Nautilus. IMT drafted Set, Diana, Lucian, Ziggs, and Leona. Now, this game had a lot of back and forth. So you had IMT consistently catching out Sven in the middle of the map where he wasn't supposed to be. He was just farming at Kalista without any support. You had moments like this in the game where bot is getting dove for IMT because Cloud9 actually made a proactive decision to dive them because Kalista and Nautilus do pretty well against Ziggs and Leona, obviously, because like you could just literally all in as Nautilus and Ziggs pretty much is going to die instantly as long as you have like Kalista who can just consistently jump away from Leona. Leona can't really stun you if you're consistently hopping away from her. Then you also had plays like this where they're going up top, they're diving, looking pretty good. Then you get to the middle part of the game where IMT started winning. They just start winning the entire game, you know? Then you get to a point where there's a team fight somewhere near, the bottom of the river right here is where this game goes back into Cloud9's favor because Revenge gets caught out, put side lane pushing, then Cloud9 win this team fight. Then after that, they themselves are positioned to get Dragon. Later on, they have a close team fights around the Baron pit. So what'd you think about this game, dude?
I mean, I don't know if they. I can't even say it's MSI Blues. I don't know what's going on with Cloud9, man. Like
They're replacing
they,
Blabber after this year. Let's just be honest here. He's definitely gone.
Probably, probably. I mean,
There's no way they run back the same roster. There's no way. I don't
oh,
see
I
it in the
mean, Perks is
world.
gonna have a say. I honestly
Perks is
think
like,
Sven.
hey, I want all these people. Get them, or I'm
Personally,
not
I
playing.
think Sven is gone.
Yeah, it's been well. Normally, like, dude, I don't know if you feel this like the same way I do, but like, normally when I see a player play for a team for like 2 years, I kind of just assume that the next year they're gone. I just assume they're just done. You know?
I think, I, you never want to count Cloud9 out. This is why I don't like best of ones in NA and EU
Why can't
and
we
in
have
the
best of threes, man? They play three best of ones. Are you telling me they can't play best of threes at this point? Are you serious? That's actually stupid. Dude, I generally feel bad for Fudge. He's playing so well. Like, he played well in the other games they won this week too. But if people said this was the best game of the split, I mean, I guess probably. But that's a pretty low bar considering this split was terrible. It was actually this split's actually horrid. You know,
I mean, listen, I as much as I'm a TSM fan, I
sad.
wouldn't be surprised if they got knocked out by EG or something in the first round.
So, do you think in playoffs Cloud9 can bounce back? It seems like
Yeah, I think Cloud9 is a playoff
this is a playoff team. This is
team.
not a regular season team. But to be fair, like even during the last split regular season, they didn't like super dominate everybody. They had games where they were dominant, but they struggled in some of those games too. They only finished like 13-5. It wasn't like they finished like 15-3 or like 14-4. They were like they had moments in games where they looked lost and shit. And like I think that a lot of the players on the roster have a different idea of how they want to play the game. People want to like do certain things in the game the other person doesn't want to do. You saw in this game, why is Ven pushing mid lane by himself without a support while all the other teammates are like putting vision near the Baron area?
He's trying to
Like
get an S plus.
he's trying to do his best TSM fucking Sven impressions, you know?
He's trying to get that loot chest.
Alright, so you had this team fight, and this is a team fight that people were like, well, how did they lose this? Well, to be fair, it's pretty easy to notch, that's how they lose this. So look at the map here, guys, for all you guys new to the game. Sven and Vulcan are completely caught out. You're gonna be like, why? Destiny is Leona, and Xerxes is Diana. Solar Flare and Diana's ult completely make them useless. You wanna know why? Because that is going to chunk them out, or they're gonna be CC'd. Doesn't matter. Them being in the spot right here where my mouse cursor is automatically an L. This fight's over before it even begins. Now, is this bad positioning on Sven and Vulcan's part? Kinda, yes, but I don't know how the calls were in this moment. So as you see how this fight plays out, well, Sven get completely bursted out. Sven and Vulcan are useless. Look how much Vulcan like instantly dies. But Sven, he can't be in this fight. He's literally not going to be able to do anything. You set almost one-shot him with a W Peacemaker. Like, holy motherfuck. Blabber's been doing his best impressions of fucking Armao and shit.
Showstopper, by the way.
Sad. Hold on. Is it Showstopper? You're right.
I think the showstopper is the
Showstopper's the ultimate.
I don't know, but I think it's right. I think you're right. It's Peacemaker or something like that.
Blabber's useless in this game. Perks, he played okay in this game. Like most of them played like Fudge, Perks, and Vulcan played okay. It was pretty much just Blabber and Sven just running it down. Like if you're IMT, you're not happy with this game. You're definitely happy with your COG game. I know they went like 2-1 this week. But those aren't good games at all. They better not be celebrating these games going, oh my god, dude, we got those guys. We really beat them. Like, no, you should be ashamed of yourself for winning this game. You should be ashamed of yourself.
That you're a Cloud9 fan. So.
Thank you, Warren. You're always so nice to me. Definitely want to always slit my throat when I'm talking to you. All right, so what else do you think about Evil Geniuses? Evil Geniuses actually continue their win streak. They're like pretty much the best team in the league at the moment. I know you're kind of skeptical of them.
I mean, they're better than Dig.
That's saying a lot, Warren. That's like saying, who would you date, Precious or Scarlett Johansson? Like, you fucking
Precious,
smoking crack?
Of course.
Okay, sure. Okay, good God.
I
can I slit my throat?
What if I have a bag over my head and I don't know, and it's dark?
All right, so Dignitas drafted Volibear, Gwen Jungle, Aurelia. We have been seeing Aurelia come back. We saw Nuclear Int pull out Aurelia. We saw, I think Larson pulled it out, or Niski pulled it out. Yeah. You also have Ezreal, Gragas. I like the Gragas support. I thought it was a fine pick. Literally, Svenskeren literally griefs over the entire game right here, dying this early. Dignitas in this moment should have instantly won the game. And people asked us in the, like in the stream earlier this week, they're like, how did they instantly lose if Svenskeren dies right there easily? So that would mean Gwen, Acadian, gets to have full control over the map for a little bit of time. He gets scuttle control, he gets to steal camps, and he gets to be at the lanes first because Svenskam would have to catch up in XP by farming Krugs, buffs, whatever, right? Losing your jungler in that moment, at least in a pro game, in my personal opinion, should be an automatic loss. The only reason why Dig didn't win this game was because you have shit like this, where Fake God's brain just turned off right there. Then, what was so worse is that Impact went up into top lane and also got a solo kill. Impact solo killed both solo laners by himself. Look how disgusting this is. Like, is
Well,
this
he
just
had no mana. That was just
no
stupid.
mana pushing up, trying to push the wave out? Gave up 2 free kills. Also, Dignitas in the draft phase gave them Rise, gave them fucking Renekton. Just Ignar got a playmaking champion about, Nautilus, which is really good for him. Like, I know playmaking champions are in the meta right now, but I think Nautilus works perfectly well with this comp. You have Rise CC, Nautilus knockup, fucking Renekton stunts. Like, the top laner literally soloed out both soul laners. Like, Dignitas, I think, are also making changes after this year. Like, people said they have gotten better. Kinda. I don't know. When you're losing games this hard, it's hard for me to say they've gotten better. It's
They
like,
didn't get better. They regressed. I would have rather kept Dardoch and get um and deal with someone that tells me the truth, even if it's sort of toxic, than have a kumbaya at the workplace. So
Like, dude, I just don't understand. Like, ever since Dardox left the roster, I just don't see the level of gameplay where Acadian's improved it. And to be fair, they did say Acadian was a LCS level player. They weren't directly saying it was better than Dardoch, though. I mean, no one should be saying that. But yeah, EG continued to win every single game so far. I think they were on like a 8 game winning
they
streak.
were on an 8 game winning streak, and then now they're just 8-1. But they've made a big turnaround indeed since getting rid of Deathly. So
Like, I genuinely thought this team was gonna be good. I didn't know it was gonna be this late into the fucking year. I was like, holy shit. Like, maybe, I don't know. Like, because people always talk about worlds and shit like that. I gotta see the teams in playoffs first before I say anything. And these NA teams are so bad right
I don't
now.
see Dig as I think Dig. I'm sorry, I don't see EG. EG could be a dark horse, but I don't see them winning the whole thing. Like Perks is gonna turn on. Do you really see EG beating like 100 Thieves in a best of 5? I can see them beating TSM, and I'm a TSM fan. So what does that say?
Yeah, like, I think the league is so volatile right now. It's just like, a lot of these games are either like complete griefs, or these teams don't really understand, like, how to really get the wins by doing things like the sufficient way. But that's just NA. So people are gonna probably ask us about the bottom tier teams. I don't give one fuck about them. So that's your answer. Last thing to talk about is 100 Thieves. Yeah, I hear they're pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good actually.
Yeah, that's why I need to see 100 Thieves in a
Got a match of the
best of
week coming up,
5.
dude. We have Cloud9 taking on 100 Thieves as the match of the week to kick off Friday, and then after that you got the match we've all been waiting for. Nothing. Wait,
Okay.
TSM and Cloud9 have played each other already, right? Yeah, they played each other
Yeah.
twice the split. They're
Yeah.
listed to play again, which is interesting. Oh, they each team plays each other 3 times now with the new games. Okay,
Right.
so you have the match of the weeks would be 100 Thieves versus Cloud9. There's no bangers on Saturday, just a bunch of washes. And then you have TSM taking on Cloud9. So you have pretty 2 hopefully bangers, and then you have, dude, I know you want to watch 100 Thieves versus CLG. I know you do, man. Just tell me why you love it. All right.
No.
All right. And with that being said, that's pretty much it, guys. Anything else you want to say, man, before we close out of this?
Uh, it's like what I said about the other thing. We should be worried about EU and NA when it comes if in this late in the season towards playoffs and worlds worthy teams. If this is the level of gameplay we're having,
Oh, this is
that's all.
you're getting your money's worth if you're these team owners, right?
Oh yeah, I could find some. I could go to McDonald's, find some 5-year-olds in the playpen, and ask them to play League of Legends.
You could probably find the fat cashier worker working, and she probably do a better job too. But
Yeah.
see you guys later. Like, comment, subscribe, most of all enjoy. I'm the Nightwing, Way of Life Esports is signing out, guys. Peace. Have a good day. See you guys later. Deuces. All right, guys. Peace.